Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, instant match reaction. You're probably confused. This is not Cameron. I've not got a Scouse accent. Unfortunately, Cameron is away, so he's not able to record this video. The same as the next player is as well. I will be filling in for that. So thank you, Cameron, for letting me do this. It's a massive honour to do this for his channel. But yeah, you've got to put up with me for now. The game has finished, and unfortunately, we lost 1-0. Unreal performance. I'm not going to lie. Unreal performance. Michael Kierxn. It's not an Everton game without a Michael Kierxn mistake. We did well to contain him. They had the quality to put a ball in. Jordan Pickford, unbelievable, by the way. He is so underrated when it comes to Premier League. Yeah, we don't have the most clean sheets in the league. If it wasn't for him for the majority of time in this league, we could have easily lost 3 or 4 games, 6-7-0. It's really, our defence has been that bad. But Jordan Pickford, absolutely unreal. Alan, unreal. Like I said, I've been doing player ratings. But these players were just crucial today. It were crossing from Foden. I think it was Holgate that got a touch on it with his toe, and then just Michael Kierxn was so slow to react to it. He's got Foden behind him, the ball's coming to him at not much pace, and he just doesn't react, and Foden's behind him, in front of him before he even knows, takes the ball off him and just puts it away. It was just an awful goal to concede, and then the game carries on, and I just want to say the league is corrupt. The league is an illusion and controlled by the FA, by the Premier League. It gives us false hope, and it's controlled by the referees. It really is. A blatant penalty. If you think otherwise, you're either a Manchester City fan or you're deluded. It is a stonewall penalty. Rodri, what's his arm doing up here? Why is it handballed it there? And the referees have said that it wasn't deliberate. The majority of the penalties that they give nowadays are not deliberate, but it's handball. It's against the rules, and yet again, because it's Manchester City, it's a toxic team, we suffer from that. But if we did that, if Mason Holgate did that, penalty. There's no VAR, there's no looking at 6 angles like they did. That's why my throat's gone, by the way. Absolutely fuming. Just game by game in the Premier League, it proves more and more how corrupt it really is. The referees are beyond a joke, and we're in 2022. I saw this tweet, by the way, and I'm going to bring it up. In 2022, Ashley Cole got a yellow card. That's how bad that decision was. It was nice to see him argue and dispute it at full time. I know it meant no and he got a yellow card, but to show that passion that we've not really had since Ancelotti against Manchester United, it was nice to see. But obviously the result's still the same. But yeah, moving on from that, throughout the 90 minutes, we did well to contain him. We pressed him. We worked well. We wasn't shy on going forward. Players, you could tell, had confidence issues. Alex Iwobi was scared to really take on a few players, especially in tight situations. He wouldn't take it. He'd wait for a player to overlap, which I don't know whether that's a tactical thing, but I think Frank Lampard set up really well. John Joe Kenny and Seamus Coleman really surprised me, like I think it did with a few others. As soon as we saw the lineup and saw the same Coleman on the right, John Joe Kenny on the left, against the likes of Sterling, they've got Bernardo Silva, they've got Riyad Mahrez. Against them, we thought they had no chance. But Raheem Sterling is going to be seeing Seamus Coleman in his dreams, and I'm glad it's going to happen like that. Before the game, I just want to give a massive shout out to Everton and obviously Manchester City. The whole respect that we're playing to Ukraine, what the club's done. The little interaction between Michael and Zinchenko, I think, touched everyone's hearts, just like everything that's going on in the world right now. So for Everton to do that, the banner, unreal, the fans, unreal. It was just nice to see. It really proves how amazing our club is and can be. So yeah, massive respect and shout outs to them. And obviously, I don't want to comment too much on the situation because I'm not really on my channel to comment on it. But it meant a lot to us to see that, and obviously it meant a lot to them. But yeah, 1-0 defeat, it's not great. If it is the game to send us down, then it's an absolute joke, because that is how important that decision may be in the future. Great performance, like I've said. Unfortunately, it didn't really matter in the end. We lost 1-0. It's a loss, but it's going to impact our morale massively. We're going to have confidence after that. We gave the league leaders a run for the money. Couldn't get behind our defence. Our midfield, we've been shouting for 3 in midfield for the majority of the season. Rafa Benitez ignored us, and then when we did play 3, we actually won a game against Arsenal. Frank Lampard, fair enough, he's not really had the players to run a 3. Decore's been out. Gomez is too inconsistent. Allen, unfortunately picked up another yellow card today, but he was unreal. But that 3 in midfield is a game changer for us. Decore, to have him back, it's massive. With how big that is, could change our season massively. With Kierxn, I think did really well up front on that lone striker role. He held the ball up really well, drew in a lot of fouls, wound up the defence massively, and I can't exactly remember how many yellow cards they've had, but let's just say they should have had a lot more. But you know, the FA, the Premier League, they don't really care about that. But if it's Everton, I mean, we had a lot of yellow cards for a lot of stupid decisions, but I'm never going to let it. The best league in the world, by the way, the best league in the world is run by a bunch of clowns. It really is a joke, it really is. But individually, I thought we played really well. We played a man for man. They didn't really get behind us, like I said. Yeah, they had a few cut-ins that I thought we should be defending, especially with the quality of De Bruyne in there, Bernardo Silva. They had a couple of balls into the box. We dealt with him, besides, obviously, Michael Keane. But like I said, we played really well. It's heartbreaking to see that score because we didn't deserve it. I mean, it should have been, well, whether we'd have scored the penalty or not, but we should have been given it in the first place. But I thought we played really well. We played a man for man, like I said. We played John Joe Kenny out of his natural position, played really well yet again. The defence for the night, for the 81 minutes that they played incredibly well. Didn't make many mistakes. But Michael Keane, speaking of the goal, Mason Holgate takes a slight touch, but the ball's still at a slow pace, and Michael Keane's just so slow to react to it. He sticks a toe out and doesn't get much on it. And then Phil Foden he picks it up and scores and slots it away. But like I said, heartbreaking. Would it have gone different another way? I don't know, but never mind that. It wouldn't have. We had them referees in charge, and they had the full-time result in their head at the end of the game, so it doesn't really matter. Adding to the point with that decision could be a massive game changer for us. That decision could send us down in the league. Yes, it's not the game to send us down, but it possibly could be. We've still got some huge games coming up. I mean, we've got Tottenham next in the league. We've got the FA Cup next, which, I mean, it's nice to go for and potentially win a trophy, but all our focus should be on the league. It really should be, especially with the games we've got coming up. Our away forms are absolutely shocking. I'm only banking on our home form to kind of keep us up. But yeah, we've got Tottenham away next in the league. We've got Wolves at home, who are pushing for top 4, top 6. But it's going to be a massive game. We need a fight like we had today, just not Michael Keane. But I am going to end this here. I apologise if I've not touched on as much as you might have wanted me to. It's the first time doing one of these videos, and especially to do it on a channel like Cam's. It's a massive honour, and I just wanted to try and fit as much as in there. Obviously, the key talking points, the penalty, which you should have had. It's an absolute disgrace. And obviously the absolute awful defended by Michael Keane. But yeah, it's a 1-0 loss. We move on from this. We've got other games to go on to. I mean, we probably didn't expect to win against City, but we performed well and we got robbed. We straight up got robbed by the Premier League, but we've got big games. Can't dwell on this too much. Like I said, we've got positives from this performance, but yeah, I mean, thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to Cam's channel if you're new. His content, by the way, is unreal, consistent. So Cam, big up yourself. I hope you're enjoying that holiday, mate. It did say I could shout out my channel, but I sound like a massive sellout, so I'm not going to shout it out too much. If you want to go check out my content, I do like FIFA, football, Everton stuff. So the link will be in the description. Don't feel like you have to. If you want to, then it'll be, I mean, I'll be gassed, but yeah, I feel like a massive sellout, but it told me to. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, and let's move on to these player ratings, shall I?